ShadowTrader uncovered. ShadowTrader Studios.
So let's look at the profile.
Net imbalance here.
Net balancing out.
Let's do it. Let's set profile, if we can, on to, let's put all of this week, or put everything else on the overnight data.
You want the overnight show?
Yeah, let's go to everything else all on the bottom. Just say this week or this month, because we need a whole bunch of it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with this month. That's fine. Now take a moment to fill in, because I just wanted to show how there's so much support all in the same area. I can't stress enough how important it is to please check out my blog every morning, because before the market opened, it was sent out actually very early today, I think before 8:30. There was a snapshot put out of how everything looked before today's bell rang. And you should be able to start to see, if you've been following this stuff for a while, even if you don't have this at your fingertips and all you do is just follow the blog each morning, it's very, very visual, and it should start to look a little more obvious to you. Let's make the whole thing a little bit bigger if we can. Just spin it a bit, yeah.
Is that okay there?
Yeah, that's fine there. And then let's drag it over to the right a little. We don't need to see data values for today. We can just push it over to the right. There you go. That's fine. So basically, and the drawing tools are on top, right? We'll use the circles. Basically look at the value area of November 25th. Yeah, that's fine. Value area low, I would say. Value area low and of those 2 days, and the overnight low of the day of the overnight of both overnight lows that are right there are at the same area. And then you have a regular trading hour session low at the exact same low.
That's right.
And then you have Friday's low that stops up just above that low, but is still in that area, correct? Yeah. But more importantly, where's the overnight session of last night?
Yeah,
at the exact same low. And today, where did we sell off to?
Bingo, right.
The exact same low.
Literally 1801. I mean, that was today's low.
So again, it's profile. It works. It's amazing. There's so many in a market like this. I should say it works, and it's amazing. What you must understand is that in a more trending market, or in a market that has stronger conviction, that has higher confidence, you would of course see marks on the profile that would tell you that there's higher confidence. You would see extension of the profile, what we call elongation. You might see some gaps. You'd see value areas consistently separated from each other by a large amount, telling you that the trend is young, the trend that's really underway. So yes, there's footprints that can be seen even then as well. But in those days, I think it's a little bit harder to trade, because you don't have the responsive trade to set up for you. All you have is the go with trade. You know what? Here we are. We're breaking out over yesterday's high. I know what kind of market this is. I got to just hit the button and go with it, and figure out where my stop is going to be, and just work it. Just do it, and you just kind of go with as opposed to go against. Right. But this is a market that's really just kind of balancing here, and I just had to point this out, how all these breaks are really just of the liquidation variety, because if they were stronger than that, they would have broken through this area, which has been so supportive so many times. As I wrote in the blog, I don't remember what my exact words were, but I snapshotted this and I annotated it, and I showed exactly what each type of low was. I said, look, here's an overnight low, here's a value area low, here's a regular trading hours low, et cetera, et cetera.
Bring it in? Sure.
Yeah, you can bring it in if you like. Yeah,
this was the blog, by the way, this morning.
Right, that's the snapshot from this morning. You just hit escape. Showing you where all these references are. And I think my words were that if you can't get any stronger momentum going until you have moves below this area, or acceptance. And that's basically it. And we haven't seen that at all. And that poor high there that you see is still in effect. So remember that if the high is poor, the first order of business is for the market to sell away from that high, because nervous longs are up there at the high. They obviously don't have enough wherewithal to hold their longs, to break the market higher and make that profile more symmetrical the way that it should look. So the first order of business is to sell it away. That's already happened a number of times. We sold away today.
What happened?
Right, we got Friday. We got that liquidation break today,
and traders got short in the hole, away from value, and that's why we got the move all the way back up.
Because you had poor highs on 1126, 1127.
That's right.
So the whole thing is at the very least you should start to be the final step in all of this is that you will have the confidence to actually put out a limit order at these places and just go like this and just sit back. Sit on your hands and be like, yeah, this market's falling hard. I got a long limit order down there. Okay, that's the final step. You won't get there right away. That's something that we all struggle with. You won't be there overnight. But the baby steps in coming to that point is that you're no longer surprised by this type of market action. You're no longer thinking like, I don't get it. Like, why do we keep bouncing at this level? Like, what's going on? Or when it then rips again, the final step is that maybe you have the confidence to just buy the high and be like, you know what? It's a breakout. Breakouts are riskier than support buys, but you know what? I've seen this movie 100 times before. We already had 3 liquidation breaks. We got 2 poor highs right here. It needs to repair. It's going to be higher by the afternoon. That's the last step. That's sort of, where Dalton always, I hate to use the term mastery because there's no such thing, but, that's what sometimes people use those terms is like, this is when you get to here, you'll be able to do this, this, and this, or whatever. But do you realize how many baby steps there are along the way? Exactly. And those things can help you to either not sell a call spread, right? Not get into a short vertical because you're seeing this develop and you're thinking, wait a minute, I could sell this call vertical here. Yeah, this stock is pretty high, but you know what? The profile's telling me there's more to go here. High has been poor the last couple of days. We already had a couple of liquidation breaks. If the market's higher tomorrow or the next day, I could probably get a lot more premium for this call vertical. Or B, I'm going to wish I didn't sell it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's all that we're trying to show is how all of this can be tied together and put together with other types of trade styles and basically give you better trade location and, as Tom so eloquently put it, lower your cost basis.
ShadowTrader uncovered. ShadowTrader Studios.